Hey guys, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Joe is hungry situation. And I gotta say, it is a little bit crazy. And some of you may be wondering, Joe is hungry? Who is that? You'd be in the same boat as me. I had no idea who he was as little as 3 hours ago. And I stumbled across a little Reddit thread talking about this internet drama, and me being curious, I click on it and I was baffled. After doing some digging, it's truly crazy. And some of you might be wondering why I look different at the start of the video compared to the rest of it. That is because I forgot to record an intro, so here it is. Anyways, I'm not going to be keeping you guys much longer because you're going to want to watch this.
When your fingernails are bent down like that, that is
Okay.
that's a sign of chronic hypoxemia, of being short of oxygen and not exchanging your gases very well. So he's got some lung problems. That's why probably why he's thin. He's got some things wrong with him, but I don't know what. But I find that
All right, I'm not really sure how much knowledge you guys have on Joe is Hungry, but he was a nurse for 36 years, 35 or 36 years, I believe he said. So someone in his position should absolutely understand how messed up it is to discuss a person's potential health problems to a public audience. Like, that's just a fucked up thing to do. And, like, no one should be doing that.
Report of the week. Yeah, report of the week is his own thing. You see, nobody can duplicate report of the week. I can't duplicate report of the week, and he'll never duplicate me. He is like he sits there uncut, and he has his shtick, and he has a weird look about him, mainly because it's. I think he probably has really bad COPD. Probably has congestive heart failure. He's got some sort of congenital thing going on. You can look at his fingernails and see these fingernails are all clubbed. That's from chronic hypoxemia, from not being able to get enough oxygen for years and years and years.
All right, I'm beginning to worry that this guy has a bit of an obsession with people's fingernails. Like, seriously, when he goes on about fingernails, that's twice already in this video. And then again with the COPD, I don't understand what he benefits from putting this out to the public. I don't get what he's getting back.
I've watched him, and he looks straight to me. But then my wife, obviously I don't give a shit what I don't care where you come from, what you do, or anything. It makes not a fucking bit of difference to me. But I'm watching him, and she says he's gay. I'm like, no fucking way, no way. I've dropped into his stream 2 or 3 times a week and say, hey Joe Bart, thanks, and he never ever acknowledges my presence. And I'm like, okay. But then the gay thing, I'm like, ah, I was just like speechless. I'm like, because my gaydar never went off. I went to his Discord, and his picture. I'm sitting there like in these little skimpy underwear with his shirt off, with his arms folded. I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, maybe my wife's right, but anyway, don't care.
Okay, here he tries to make it come across as though he's indifferent to someone's sexual orientation, but the fact that he even brought it up and then proceeded to talk about it for nearly a minute makes me think otherwise. I think I need to introduce this next clip to you guys. He's clearly waiting in line at a Wells Fargo ATM, and you guys have eyes. You can see that it's a long line, and he has no interest in waiting in it. So, one, there's clearly a lot of vehicles in front of him. He could have chose to not join this line if he didn't have the patience or the time to wait for it. And two, he gets so angry that he calls the people in front of him retards for waiting in it. And I'm not sure he realizes how ironic that is.
line this long in an ATM in a parking lot. My goodness, what are they giving away, gold? Or maybe the people that are in line are retarded. Like the same dude has been this ATM since I got here in line like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, come on, dude. Let's get your hard hat. Get through the machine.
Now, this part is really funny to me. He says, "Get your effing hard hat." Like, I don't understand. Is that an insult to construction workers? Is this the level that this guy's stooping to? All right, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit In these next two clips, he's seemingly filming people with the intent of body shaming them. Like, I'm not entirely sure what the context is, but that's the vibe I'm getting, and it's just seriously not cool. Like, one, filming people in public spaces, whether you agree with that or disagree with that is whatever, but filming someone with the sole intent of humiliating them publicly is a super messed up thing to do. Like,
Already eating my donut at the Krispy Kreme in Augusta, Georgia. We are in Cartersville. Wow.
and then I love that it cuts to this next shot because, like, seriously, he is not a physical specimen himself. I know I said it. I'm a terrible person, but I'm sure if he can dish it out, he can take it, right? I'm sure this is this kind of person. And in fact, we might find out later that he isn't capable of taking it. So that's some not so subtle foreshadowing. All right, moving forward again. In this clip, he's about to explain some kind of food review he did at a restaurant or fast food, wherever it was. He begins explaining it and then immediately changes the premise of the story. And it almost feels like he's fabricating it on the spot. And it just, like, a very odd way of telling a story if it is truthful.
So I did. Okay, I'm out in the parking lot prepping. I don't think anybody's seen me. No, that's not true. Here comes the actual. I think he's the franchise owner. Comes up. The owner of the restaurant comes up because he's and starts talking to me. He recognized me, and so they knew I was there, and they still gave me cold shit. You had the chance to do this right, and you failed. They could have cooked it to order. They could have made me wait. They know damn good and well that I don't mind going to the penalty box if there's a good reason for it.
All right, folks, there's a few things we can unpack in this short clip here. First of all, he is operating a motor vehicle while filming himself on a Discord call. And there's multiple occasions where we can see that he does not have either one of his hands on the steering wheel. So that's never a good idea. And secondly, he's complaining about how his food wasn't cooked right. I can't exactly remember, but he definitely feels like he deserves some sort of special treatment. Like, these people, these employees should give some kind of damn and give him better treatment because Joe is hungry. And that's kind of fucking ridiculous.
You gotta know they know who I am. None of those guys has.
Now, this guy just said he had someone try and help him out in the early stages of his YouTube, and this is how he chooses to treat him after the fact. Like, saying he has a microscopic channel and kind of channel changing. Sorry, my apologies. Channel shaming this guy for his viewer counts.
Ever reached out to me or said a word to me about it, I would collab with them, even though my channel has passed them all. Finally, I've got no hard feelings toward them. I don't like their content and the way they do their videos. He may actually not know who I am, but damn sure he does. By now he does. I mean, how many channels are bigger than plus 100,000 that are food reviewers?
Now, I feel like that changes the context of the last video. It definitely seems like he is just petty and jealous and reacting because he's butthurt that these other channels are not choosing to collab with him. Now, in this next clip, he makes some very untasteful comments to, I'm not sure the context of it again, and once again, not digging deeper. So this is going to have to do. You guys are stuck with this. But he makes some very, very weird comments when he knows that there's underage people in his chat. Like, he even says there's someone, that a 12-year-old girl, and then proceeds to tell these two stories that are massively inappropriate. It seems like he's aware of how weird it is and then proceeds to talk about it anyway, which is just almost weirder.
Well, they fucking know me. Oh, I've been some swearing again. Damn it. I don't know how old you are. I'm probably like going to go to jail or something. They're like contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Oh, she said she was 12. Anyway, I could outspend anybody.
Like, just making a joke about meeting up with someone who's underage, not tasteful. Not tasteful at all. Like, especially considering what he's about to say next. And I'm telling you, this story is absolutely crazy. And shit like this makes me have a lot of second thoughts about healthcare and who some of your practitioners may be.
Freak out. I hope I just don't puke a lot or pee on myself or something. Nobody wants to pee on themselves in front of people you worked with. You don't want anybody to see your parts either, but they're going to. But they're going to, and they're going to look because I know nurses. They're going to look. I mean, I
So does
don't.
that mean you would look?
Oh no. Oh.
Okay, this next bit is just insanely fucking weird to me. He talks about looking at his patient's parts and swears he doesn't look, but he knows nurses and that they do look. And then also seems to prank people and make them look at people's parts because he knows it gets them very uncomfortable and he just wants them to be annoyed. Like, that's just a very fucked up thing to do. Like, borderline sexual assault, if not fully sexual assault. And the fact that he's clearly telling this in a joking manner makes it seem like he's almost proud of this.
You don't want anybody to see your parts either, but they're going to. But they're going to, and they're going to look because I know nurses. They're going to look. I mean,
So
I
does
don't.
that mean you would look?
Oh no. Oh no. No, I don't know. It's the girl nurses.
Joe's
This part is like so funny. We all know he looked. He would be talking about it and saying, "Oh, I know nurses. They look. They all look. But not me though. Not me. I just prank people and make them look."
I'm an adult, at least. I'm 18.
You're an adult. Wow. How do I know? Anyway, we had this one guy. He was a drug overdose. He actually know him. And there's Sasha. Sasha's one of the nurses I worked with. So I fuck with Sasha all the time, just screwing with her. Sasha was
Now, in the story he's about to tell, he just fully violates non-disclosure agreements, and this has got to be borderline illegal, if not fully illegal. And I get the vibe that this is not the first time that he has shared a patient's medical history for internet clout.
great. She was a genius. She was like one of the smartest ones I've ever seen come up. She knew it. She was proficient in 1 year, as it took me 5 years to get. But anyway, she's cute. She could wearing big old glasses and stuff, and she's like aggressive. She wants to do everything, and I'm like, my guy ain't peed. I need a Foley in this guy, and I could have put it in him in like a second because he had like this porn star wiener, you know. And I don't. This is probably not funny to you, but I sent her in there. Would you do it? Oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Go for it. And so then I was standing outside the room looking in, and I was started laughing, and I got us some other people. Come here, come here, and we're all standing there laughing out in the room. It's just what? I just wanted to see with your glasses hold that guy's wiener in your hand. That's all I wanted to see. I thought it was funny, but
All right, this is one of the most messed up things I have ever had to listen to. He is laughing so hard he's almost unable to finish his sentence, telling a story about how he sexually harassed a coworker. Because that's exactly what this is. He forced a coworker to come into a room knowing it would make them uncomfortable. And then he said, "I just had you come in here so I could see you hold this guy's penis next to your head." And this isn't the only instance of where he seems to have a workplace harassment with this coworker. He goes on to brag about how he would call her slut, bitch, whore just to get a rise out of her. Like, this is just sounds like a terrible dude to work with. Okay, so if there's any of you that still don't see anything wrong with this, I think this may be the icing on the cake. And he has an absolutely wild take on marriage.
You're also married, aren't you?
Yeah, been married, yeah, for 45 years. That doesn't stop anybody from doing it. That doesn't mean. Let me tell you something, girl. I don't mean nothing. They'd be the first ones. They are the first ones. Yeah, it depends on your integrity as a person. When I was younger in my 30s, I had maybe about 4% integrity, but that's not the case.
And there it is, folks. 4% integrity. That's the highest number he could give himself. A whopping 4%. Alright, the rest of the video is just him explaining how he got one of his fans to say Joe is hungry in Japanese. And it's weird. He gets some sort of arousal out of it. It's just kind of an odd clip, but I feel like it doesn't really add to the content of this video in any meaningful way. So that's going to do it for the video. I'm very curious what your guys' thoughts and opinions are. So if you could leave those thoughts in the comments down below, I'd appreciate that. Personally, I think this guy's kind of weird. Like, very weird. He doesn't seem to treat his fans all that well, especially in his discords. He doesn't seem to treat any public workers, like any servers or anything like that. He seems to think he deserves special treatment. Like, down to his comments about marriage and the crazy stories he tells just for a little internet clout. Even if that's not what he's getting, those seem like private Discord calls with God knows who. That seems to be a real boundary when it comes to parasocial relationships. Like, I feel like this guy skates that very thin line in a weird way. Anywho, I feel like I've done enough yapping. I really don't have anything else to talk about. So if you guys are still here, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.